Well, hello, good day, welcome everybody, brothers and sisters. I'm glad to have you with me. This is a brief introduction, a trailer to a webinar that I want to introduce you to. Today we live in a time that bureaucrats and enforcers are running roughshod over just about everybody. They think they have more authority than they do, and revenue is the number one priority aside from just total control, right? So it's a problem. We've got these folks breathing down our necks regularly, and they're acting in many cases far beyond their scope of authority and delegated authority. Okay, so this is especially true with small business owners, small farmers, anyone involved in food production, alternative healthcare providers, raising of animals. Even if you do it for your own purposes, there are intrusions that are just unconscionable that are occurring today. All right, so we can look back to the Declaration of Independence, which I think they said it best. All men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, so whatever happened to the idea of just being left to pursue your happiness? Just leave me alone. Let me live. All right? And the powers that be are just increasing their stranglehold of control on people. So this webinar is very timely. It's never been more important than it is today. Okay? In fact, most states, look at your state constitution. In the very first article, section 1, what you're going to see in most instances is something to the effect that this government is instituted for the security, benefit, and protection of the people. That's the purpose of government, right? So what happened to that idea? All right, so, today our delegates are in government, law enforcement, they seem to be ignoring that clause. They seem to have forgotten about it, and we see continual attempts by their legislatures to extend jurisdiction over people in an unlawful manner. So, that being the case, the bottom line is people have had enough, all right? People are waking up to reclaim their inherent God-given authority, political authority, that we are the source of law. We are the authority. Okay? And we're taking back that original authority as a source of law rather than submitting as victims to it. Okay? We recently conducted a 2-hour webinar, which was a deep dive into 3 specific areas of established law. And these 3 areas of law provides us with total immunity and exemption from regulations, codes, statutes, mandates, taxes, legislation, enforcement, and even the entire jurisdiction of the Roman emperors. Okay? And now this relates to 3 categories: the private individual, private member associations for people that want to do some type of business activity, and also for faith-based organizations. All right? Doesn't mean that the faith needs to actually be religious or some recognized denomination. This could be a faith in just about anything. It has never been defined. Okay? So if you know the laws that applies to any one of these 3 categories, you can be completely immune, exempt from the law. All right, from what I call the confused state of Babylon, right? So some people will say, well, you think you're above the law, that's ridiculous. Well, no, we know the law, we understand the law, we know the intent of the law, and we're abiding by the law, okay? So those who are ignorant are just going to have to remain ignorant. They can say what they want. But we operate according to the law, according to the authority that God has given us, and how the laws have been constructed in relation to that very statement. Okay? So this webinar is going to provide you with the history, the lawful foundations and underpinnings of total immunity. And we're going to show you the path that you can take to achieve a level of freedom in your life where you can be free from the harassment, the intrusions in your privacy, intrusions into your activities that comes from the Roman enforcers. Okay? We all know who I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you history. I'm going to show you case law. I'm going to show you a number of Supreme Court decisions that have withstood the test of time again and again. All right? And we're going to take this out of the realm of theory and law, and we're going to take it into the world of reality. And you're going to hear from people that are living this way and how they have used their position in the law, as we're talking about here, to push back successfully on attempts to intrude upon their lives and their activities. Okay? So with this solid foundation to rest on, anyone who's active in business, faith-based organizations, or wants to be, once this gets set up in this manner, you'll have a path to freedom. All right? That's what this webinar represents. So look for the link for the webinar, and I'll see you there. It's enough for now. Take care, and God bless.